Part of me thinking like, shit, maybe I should go back. I am happy for the boys. Like, if anything, I feel like they're performing better without me.
Bro,
Look at a $50,000 katana cut through. Apple. Sweet. Red or blue? Oh, what's it gonna be? Oh my god. 5 layers. 25 layers. This is still not holding me up. 50 layers. Still don't think this is gonna work. Oh my god. Was that an octopus? What was that?
Who do you think's more famous? Me or Speed?
Speed, mate.
You're
Sorry.
mental, bro.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
KSI walked away from the Sidemen just a couple months ago.
There's always like a Harry Styles, you know, in One Direction, or a Beyonce in Destiny's Child. You could argue I am that of the Sidemen. I mentioned the Sidemen boys. I'm gonna get more subscribers than Sidemen, and I'm also gonna get more views.
And the way things are going right now, it genuinely looks like this man is already second-guessing the biggest career move he's ever made, between a departure that caught the entire group off guard.
situation's been a bit mad, but I still love the boys. I hope the best for them. But bro, I left because I needed more time for myself. If I'm being honest, yeah.
Was Simon actually taking that much time out of you?
A wave of backlash so brutal it almost dragged him right back within weeks, and numbers that are screaming this whole gamble was a massive miscalculation. Nothing about this has played out the way he saw it in his head.
The news that has just been dropped, I didn't know that video was going out now, so I'm expecting a lot of people to just ask.
2 months deep into this solo era, and it's still painfully obvious he hasn't fully made peace with what he did. The cracks are showing everywhere, and we need to talk about it. So let's break down everything that's gone down since he bounced, because the regret building up right now didn't just appear out of thin air.
There's always like a Harry Styles, you know, in One Direction, or a Beyonce in Destiny's Child. You could argue I am that of the Sidemen.
You are.
But that's just because, you know, I've done more things.
Of course.
Like, you know, publicly, or just, you know, with the boxing, done stuff in America, etc. Like,
Do you see yourself as the leader of the Sidemen?
no.
No, you don't.
I'd say we're all equal.
This has been brewing from day one. KSI pitched the whole exit as needing space, needing more time for himself, needing room to breathe outside the group dynamic.
If I was KSI, I would have fucking like bro, he was carrying that whole group, taking an equal percentage as all of them. Like, why the fuck's he gonna do that moving forward? Like, why is he gonna do it? In business, it's not how business works. So sooner rather than later, like, he had to do this if he wants to elevate. It doesn't fucking make sense to be carrying 6 man. I do rate a couple of them. Well, to be honest, I rate one of them. So I'm not actually throwing shade on them like that, but like, realistically, business-wise, KSI's carrying them. So why the fuck's he gonna invest his time like that, just carrying people for no reason?
The classic, it's not you, it's me energy. And look, that's at least partially legit, because the man is genuinely stretched thin across a dozen different ventures. But the timing was real convenient, landing right after he had his best ever viewing day on his solo channel. That's not a coincidence people were just going to ignore. It looked calculated, whether it was or not.
I look at Jimmy and I go, bro, I can do what he does and better and more. I can though. It's true though,
Bro, he's built a 500-person team of
yes,
killers.
I know, but I can do that as well. And bro, no, but I'm talking
I love
about
the
him
optimism.
himself.
I love the optimism.
He's a host, but I can also be more than just a host. Like, I can be a person that gets involved with YouTube. I can show more personality. I can get 100 million without having to be a robot.
I invite you to do it, and I will enjoy watching.
Okay.
But I think it's an incredible challenge, and I think what he's done is actually super impressive. And
no, of course, no, I'm not trying to shit on him.
No, but I think it's impossible to replicate.
And it wasn't even the leaving itself that had everyone heated. He didn't sit down with the group first. He didn't pull anyone aside for a private conversation. He just dropped the news, and that right there is the real issue running underneath all of this. Not that he left, but that he left 6 people who had been grinding alongside him, building something together for over a decade, without giving them so much as a warning. That's cold, and people felt that energy immediately. When you've shared that much history with people, the bare minimum is a conversation before you go public. Then on a podcast shortly after, he starts comparing himself to the most successful person to ever leave a group in YouTube history, and that's a very specific level of confidence to bring to the table right after your exit just upset millions of people. Most creators in that position would be laying low, reading the room. Not KSI though. He literally told one of his closest friends that he can do what Mr. Beast does and do it better and more. That is bold even by KSI standards, and that's saying something because this man has never been short on self-belief. And Vicstar's reaction to that moment tells you everything you need to know. He wished him well, sure, but he definitely did not co-sign the claim.
So this is what the Sidemen were holding KSI back from. Yeah, you can see in his eyes that he is exactly where he wants to be in life. No, he's not that old, but is this the YouTube equivalent of like a midlife crisis? Sidemen aren't really my thing, okay? I don't really care. I know people are super into them though. The main appeal of this group, as far as I'm aware, is that they're really relatable. They're like a relatable group of mates. They're all really successful content creators, but they're a relatable group of mates that have got great chemistry and they have a laugh together. What makes them click as a group, that's what's made them so successful. KSI has walked away from that incredibly relatable brand that could seemingly go on forever because he wants to be more like Mr. Beast. He literally said so himself. He said he wants to compete with Mr. Beast. Guy who gets 4 billion views a month but has no fan base. Guy who literally just works the algorithm to produce the highest numerical result possible and whose name is synonymous with slop. Human brand whose corporatizing impact on content creation as an industry has birthed the term the Mr. Beastification of various things as a negative. KSI is trying to be Mr. Beast at a time where everyone is kind of sick of Mr. Beast. This overstimulating, oversaturated, numbers above everything style of content, this corporate slop, entertains very small.
The silence on the agreement spoke louder than the words of support, and the internet caught that immediately. Being told that your brand new solo direction basically looks like a carbon copy of someone else's strategy, just days after you left your own group to supposedly chase your own unique vision, that is absolutely not the reception KSI was banking on, and some viewers took it even further than that. Whether he ditched his friends purely for numbers is a fair take or not, that's genuinely the conclusion a huge chunk of the audience landed on, and it stuck hard. Part of that goes back to KSI's own perception of where he stands in the creator rankings, and honestly, that perception might be the root of this entire situation. Getting served a reality check on a podcast with an audience watching clearly hit different than he let on, and it matters here because the actual stats since his departure are not backing up that confidence at all. KSI's last 3 videos averaged around 1.2 million views. The Sidemen, without him appearing in a single one of those uploads, averaged 4.37 million, nearly 4 times higher. And just to really twist the knife, Mr. Beast's last 3 videos averaged 67 million views, which is roughly 60 times what KSI is pulling right now. Those numbers are devastating when you really sit with them. There's no way to spin that into a positive. Publicly mapping out a plan to overtake Speed and then Mr. Beast, while your own metrics are actively sinking compared to the group you just walked away from, is a genuinely brutal combination.
Like, these are some serious views. 7.6. Like, he's genuinely by himself getting views to rival that channel. Like, and obviously as well, like, he's got, did you see this? 10 mil, I swear that was on more. Oh no, it's this 83 mil on a $1 versus 50,000 katana. That's crazy. Like, in my opinion, he's got his sight set on YouTube and he's just going like, I want to be that type of creator, like go global. And he said it on the pod, didn't he? Like, I want to go that big with personality as well. I think he could do it. Like, he's got the talent.
The optics alone are rough, and the data makes it worse. The Sidemen did take a brief dip right after his exit, that's true, but they bounced right back and climbed even higher. And here's the part that really stings. Mini Minter's solo channel has already outperformed KSI's main channel in views. One of the guys he left behind is now individually putting up bigger numbers. 18 million sitting next to 500 million is not a close race, no matter how friendly the conversation around it was. And the deeper problem isn't even the gap in numbers, it's what's driving that gap in the first place. You simply cannot outpace someone who isn't even trying to make money off their content. Mr. Beast is reportedly taking a loss of over $1 million per video by his own account, reinvesting everything straight back into the next upload. And KSI is out here trying to outperform a creator who treats profit like an afterthought. That's not a competition you can win on effort alone.
I'm trying to compete with Mr. Beast.
Yeah.
He gets about 4 billion every month in shorts and about 600 million long form. I mentioned the Sidemen boys, I'm gonna get more subscribers than Sidemen, and I'm also gonna get more views. I've got more views than Sidemen in a month, so now I just need to get more subscribers. And then it's like, all right, cool. I'm looking at Speed now. I need to try and get more views than Speed. Yeah. And I need to get more. Yeah. And then after Speed, who's next? Yeah. Until I get to Jimmy.
Around that same time, KSI also tried to flip the whole narrative around stats. Posting that stats don't matter to you right after leaving a group where stats were clearly part of the equation is the exact kind of contradiction that people spot instantly. You can't make your exit about growth and ambition, then turn around and say numbers are irrelevant when your numbers start looking shaky. That doesn't track.
Hey, yo, Jimmy.
Oh, how's it going?
How many subscribers you on?
We just hit 500 million. How about you?
Half a billion.
Yeah, subs. But how many subs are you on?
18.4 million.
Oh, well, you'll get there. Just stick at it. How much is the bill? £83. Thank you.
Chunks wasn't having it either, pushing back directly on KSI's claim that being in a YouTube group holds individual creators back. Getting checked by someone who's literally thriving inside the exact type of group setup your whole theory is supposed to discredit is a tough look for the argument. It's one thing to have random commenters disagree with you. It's another thing entirely when a successful peer in the same space tells you your logic doesn't hold up. And the further KSI goes down this solo path, the less his actual content lines up with what he originally said the whole move was about.
I don't have to do brand deals anymore. I don't like having to promote other companies, but I also like making the best videos possible. Right. And my videos don't make money. Yeah. Even when I do a brand deal on a video, I still lose money. I lose like over $1 million a video, and I have to supplement it through like gaming or reacts or through other means. Yeah. And it's like, I don't make money. I'm constantly stressed about money nonstop. And it's like, people are always like, well, just don't spend $4 million on a video. And I'm like, why would I not do that? Yeah. And they're like, well, because it's stressful. And like, maybe if you spent 2.5, you'd be fine. I'm like, yeah, but then I don't get to do it.
He said he wanted to be a personality-driven creator, someone authentic, not a robot churning out content, and definitely not another MrBeast clone. But if you actually look at what he's been posting, it's way closer to the exact formula he swore he wasn't going to follow. The formats, the pacing, the structure, it all mirrors the approach he publicly distanced himself from. The irony is thick. Even his own circle is calling out the disconnect between what he promised and what he's delivering, and when it gets put to him directly, he doesn't really have a solid comeback for it.
I'm the guy that going, we need to make a change. We need to make a change. Let's do something. Let's switch it up. And then everyone's pointing at me, being like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, and of course, say no more. Then I'm gonna do my own thing, which you have done.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, so then how could you come in here and say,
like, even the fans are there like, bro, shut the fuck up.
Yeah. So,
and I'm like, oh, okay, fine.
Yeah, because that's what they like, but that's your core fan.
Yeah.
Well, like I said, so then now I hope you can understand as to why we've decided to do this structure.
I get it.
Because we're actually dropping heat.
Quality over quantity. Yeah, I get it. I don't know. Like I've always pushed the guys, and I'm sure they're gonna be sick of this, me saying this, but I've always pushed them saying like, we should be a global entity.
100%.
We should be huge. Some of the guys just don't care for that though.
Yeah.
Some of the guys are
it's
just
comfortability though, bro.
Happy to be comfortable.
But okay, in terms of your group, is it like a democracy where it's 4 votes?
4 votes, yeah. Which is fair,
Yeah, it's fair, but you're saying to me that it's 6v1.
No.
So some people
Simon's on my end.
Okay.
Simon's on my side.
Okay.
And Vic, to a certain degree, is on my side.
Okay. Fair play.
Yeah.
So then you just have to convince the others, because guys, we want to see top quality videos.
Well, that's it. But I mean, that's why with my own channel, I'm going ham.
Yeah, no,
I'm going ham and showing everyone like it can be done. Yeah. And then, eventually when I do get the results,
then show them.
Then I can then go to Josh and go, look, bro.
Yeah.
That gap is getting harder and harder to explain away with each upload. Weeks later, KSI finally spoke on the entire backlash himself, and this is where the real regret surfaces. That's about as close to a straight-up confession as you're going to get from someone like KSI.
I think Tommy probably wins on points. Tommy's jab is too good to cover.
Yeah, but that's how I'm going to counter it. It's got a very good jab that's beautiful for counters.
Because I think he scored Jay.
Yeah, he did.
And I think if that's the end goal, then we should just leave where it is.
I'd say I'll knock him out round 6. Round 6.
And you know what, if you do, I would, listen, you already know. I
know the dog.
Listen, he beat Logan, I got the W, so.
He flat out wasn't prepared for how nasty the reaction got, and for at least one moment in the middle of all of it, part of him genuinely wanted to reverse the whole decision and go back.
Like, I can be a person that gets involved with YouTube. I can show more personality. I can get
the only issue
more
I heard this right, apparently he doesn't want to have too much personality in his videos, because the second you have too much personality, you put off other people. There's certain people that won't like you.
I want to be the guy that can get 100 million without having to be a robot.
Well, that's
okay. I'm very excited to see it.
Okay.
I implore you to do it.
Yeah, I invite you to do it, and I will enjoy watching.
Okay.
But I think it's an incredible challenge, and I think what he's done is actually super impressive. And
no, of course, no, I'm not trying to shit on him.
No, but I think it's impossible to replicate as a personality-driven channel or creator.
Yeah. Okay.
So I think they're two different boxes.
But
These are two different boxes.
Proving people wrong.
Yeah, I know you do. And I hope you do. And I hope you do. And
I want you to.
I look forward to bumping your channel up and seeing 100 million views on a video. I look forward.
He throws a joke over it right after saying it, tries to lighten the mood, but the admission itself is the headline here, not the punchline he used to cover it up. You don't joke about wanting to undo a decision unless that thought genuinely crossed your mind.
Think the internet's reaction to you leaving was what you expected it would be, or is it worse?
I knew it would be bad.
Yeah.
But holy fuck. Holy. Bro, I was not ready for the heat.
Yeah.
It was insane.
I was going nuts in my burner, bro.
Fuck yeah. No, bro, it was bad, bro. I was there like in all corners of the internet. I was getting destroyed. I was there like, man, this.
You know,
there's part of me thinking like, shit, maybe I should go back.
Are you not? It was a joke.
No, I'm
Please
sorry,
let me
guys.
back
My
in,
bad.
boys.
Yeah. Hey, yo, let me.
On top of all that, the personality-first content he swore he was going to create instead of copying Mr. Beast still hasn't really materialized. Most of what's performing for him now is designed to cross language barriers and keep retention high, which is a completely different mission than showcasing personality. It's algorithm-first content dressed up as something personal. There's a real takeaway buried in all of this, and it's less about the decision to leave and more about how the whole thing was executed.
But somewhere along the way, I started losing the balance of my own life. I found it hard to make enough time for myself. I definitely found it hard to find time for my family. I found it hard to make time for the people I love.
Telling people you left for balance and family time, then immediately announcing plans to outperform 3 of the biggest creators on the entire platform, those are 2 wildly different messages to put out back to back. You can't hold both at the same time without everyone clocking the contradiction. One says, I need rest. The other says, I'm coming for the throne. Pick one. Getting torn apart by his own words across every corner of the internet is heavy to carry, especially when you're simultaneously insisting you're happy for the group that's now statistically doing better without you. The Sidemen went on a trip to America shortly after his exit and have reportedly been flourishing ever since, looking more united and energized than they have in a while.
It's you know, we're getting by now, man.
That's what it is.
Yeah,
Slow and steady.
It's still there, but you know, I'm just.
Because I couldn't imagine like all that shit kicks off and you're like, oh, okay, fine, I'll take my mind off it. Let me just doom scroll.
I would.
Oh wait.
What it was, bro? My doom scroll was just me.
Yeah.
Getting shit on repeatedly.
I wonder if anyone's still like thinking like, nah, when's this forfeit shit gonna be done?
Oh my god, the amount of people that were messaging going, oh, is it a forfeit? Yeah.
Yeah, that was fucking me off.
And I was there like, you guys, come on, lock in.
I had people in my apartment building stopping me from getting in the lift. Like, can you tell me to change this shit? Sure. I was like, bro, just picture
I was at the pub
up
north. Like, did he actually leave? I was like, yeah.
Anywhere and everywhere in the street.
You're not gonna work tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I am happy for the boys. Like, if anything, I feel like they're performing better without me.
Bro, you left. They went, did America trip.
Yeah.
They're killing it. They're killing it. Shout out to them.
I'm like, shit, bro, maybe I was holding them back. Yeah.
There's a real split between JJ the person and KSI the brand that's worth acknowledging here. He's genuinely been one of the most influential creators to ever come out of the UK YouTube scene, period. Over a decade of impact, opening doors for countless people along the way. That legacy is real and it matters. But right now, caught between declining numbers and his own admission of how deeply the backlash actually rattled him, this doesn't look like someone who's fully settled into the choice he made. So here's what it really comes down to. Is KSI truly past the regret he openly admitted to, or is he just in too deep now to say it out loud a second time? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and if you got something out of this video, hit like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.